Okay, I'm waiting for YouTube to start. Thank you, thank you. Okay, hello, welcome. This site is called Take What Rings True. So the whole idea is you take what you believe and let the rest go. You don't have to believe anything I say and just take it for what you believe and let the rest go. So my name is Teresa Micheletti, and I'm sure your life is perfect, but mine is not. So I'm going to explain some things that I believe about energy and about the universe and about us. So, number one, we were told by spirit guides that thoughts are things. So, if thoughts are things, then it means something. If you say something, if you use words, if you keep your emotions, all those things can affect you. So we don't think that we're powerful, yet we're told everything is energy. Well, we are powerful. We are so powerful. So let's explore the evidence. You are here listening to me or watching me via waves of energy. I take for granted my TV, my phone, my radio, but it allows me to hear and see. Now, you're listening to me, and there's a picture of me. How does that picture get to you? It's like energy. I've seen the videos and the information about how the waves get and how we have three colors that combine and make all the colors that we need for videos. But talking on the phone, I say something and someone somewhere else hears what I'm saying. And I take it for granted there's going to be someone listening to me. But how does that energy get there from my voice to the other person? Hmm. So I love the ability to question, the ability to think. That's nice that I'm able to think. But often we don't think about what we say, what we feel, the words we use, and they make a difference. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt negativity? Or you walk into a room full of people and you feel the happiness? That's energy. Right now, we're having the World Cup time, soccer. Many people are feeling more connected, especially if you go to watch parties or you're in cities where the games are being played. People feel the energy. They feel the connectedness to the world. They feel connected to each other. I'm suggesting that the universe and its energy is always listening to you. Our words, our emotions, our intentions are noticed. Hey, Yvonne, they're noticed. We are not invisible. Our words are not invisible. Our thoughts are not invisible. They're part of the energy of the universe. We think of ourselves in this self contained body, which is something we're renting. It's not permanent. Our permanent being, our spiritual being, is forever. But this physical body is not forever. Good thing, because I could replace it. So, thoughts are things. Spirit guides told us that all thoughts are stored in a specific dimension, a lower dimension. We are not invisible. Our thoughts are not invisible. Our energy is not invisible. They're all part of the universe. I've spoken before about Dr. Emoto. He studied how the energy of words and ideas affects water and affects us. So Emoto put simple words like love, gratitude, hate against bottles of water, then froze the water and took photos of the crystals that formed. So I don't know how well this is going to work, but we'll see. So these are some of the pictures that he took of the water. So this one is thank you is the top one. And the bottom one is, no, the top one is love and gratitude. And the bottom one is thank you. So these are the pictures of the crystals that form when you use those words. Now, these are the negative ones. The top one is you make me sick. And the bottom one is you fool. Now, here's a picture of water from a dam that was polluted in Japan. And a Buddhist minister prayed over the water, and then they took samples of that water. And the bottom picture is after the prayer. So we don't think our words are that powerful, but Dr. Emoto believes that he took pictures of that. And there's been an experiment since then in Portugal. They took 286 practitioners of Reiki and had them with the intention of world peace. The intention, is that right? A world peace? Let me look at that again. They had the intention, oh, I know what it was. They had the intention to change the molecules of the vibration of the water. So the Reiki practitioners would meditate and they would be facing vials of water. There were other vials of water away from them, behind them. And then there was a control group of water that had nobody looking at it or doing anything with it. And the practitioners intended to do this for 4 days. So they meditated like from 12 to 1 or whatever it was. I think it started at noon. And then they did that for 4 days. So one conclusion was the research showed that an intended thought appears to be able to generate physical effects over inanimate objects and living things from unicellular organisms to human beings. So it's kind of hard to prove that that's true, but they made the comment that energy healers, I'm an energy healer, seem to make a difference, but they can't quite prove it. But that's okay. It's what you believe. And I believe that we have an effect on ourselves and the people around us and the environment around us. So if the universe is always listening, our words, our emotions, and our intentions are noticed. So those feelings of just taking a lake and that's polluted and doing one prayer and then having the water change effect, we can change. Our body is 70% water, and we're told everything is energy. So what did you do today? When you looked in the mirror today, what did you think? What did you say to yourself? What did a family member or mentor say to you today, this week, this year? Are you feeling wonderful or are you feeling unworthy? Loving, positive words created beautiful pictures, crystals, for Dr. Emoto in his experiments. Negative thoughts and words created dull, incomplete, asymmetric patterns. What energy are your thoughts creating in you? If your thoughts and emotions have energy, a vibration that affects you and the energy around you, then you might think of your thoughts more like musical notes. Are you doing an uplifting sound, an uplifting song, or are you being negative? It's so easy to be negative on this earth. A spirit guide asked us to get a piece of paper or a little notebook or a card, 3x5 card. And every time you have a negative thought, to put a check. He said, you will be amazed at how often you have negative thoughts about yourself or the environment around you, whatever it is. He said, try that and then try to lessen it the next day, and try to have more positive thoughts. So You know a friend or a relative you are always happy to see because they make you feel good. And perhaps you know someone who makes your energy drop whenever you're around them. Well, if energy is affecting you, then you need to be around more of the positive people and less of those negative people. So if you feel joy, you often feel lighter. When you feel grief, you feel heavier. We're told that grief is a low vibration, joy is a high vibration. So that's like the weight of your emotions. Often it's explained just by vibration. People who spend a lot of time not liking themselves make themselves sick. I remember it was Francine, I believe, a spirit guide, told us that people who get cancer often are thinking ill of themselves. They're not worthy. They're not good enough. They don't like themselves. Well, stop making yourself sick. So, you know the phrases that people use. I'm heart sick. That person is a pain in my neck. I'm carrying that person. Those things can literally take place in your body. Your heart gets sick. You say, "That person makes my blood boil." Do you have high blood pressure? Is that person making your blood pressure high? Because 'cause you're affecting that energy within you by taking on that belief that they are making your blood boil, and then your blood pressure goes up? You go into the doctor's office and you're anxious and upset and your blood pressure goes up, but you can take it at home and it's just fine. Your thoughts are things, your thoughts are energy, your thoughts affect you. Hey, Carla. Hey, Hilda. Nice to see you guys. Okay. So, another experiment Dr. Emoto did. There was a lake in Japan that always had uh, algae bloom every year, and it was foul smelling, and everybody who lived around the lake would feel ill. So he gathered 350 people just before the predicted bloom time and asked his spiritual teacher to help guide the people. And around the lake, they were encouraged to say words, phrases that would be encouraging worldwide peace. Just those positive words going out over that lake. They didn't have an algae bloom that year. They didn't have the foul smelling algae. So Dr. Emoto and the 350 people believe that their collective words, their collective energy caused a positive reaction in the water and the algae didn't bloom. Spirit guides tell us that we are powerful. When we petition or we pray together, it's so much more powerful than praying alone. So when you petition God or angels, or you pray to God, be positive and think of your tribe. Think of the people that love you, also adding their energy to your prayer. Don't think about praying alone. Think about praying as a group, which is why it's so powerful when people get together and pray or get together and intend for something positive to happen. It's so much more powerful. So, when you think about your day or think about yesterday, what words or thoughts are you giving yourself? What words or thoughts are you giving your partner, your children, your colleagues at work? What energy are you creating? Is it positive? Is it negative? Think about what you're saying. So that's why Rahim told us, the spirit guide told us to get the pieces of paper and make little check marks when you're doing thinking something negative, anything negative, negative thoughts, negative words, and just keep track and try to be more positive. Another experiment Dr. Emoto did is he cooked some rice and he put the rice in 3 different jars, separated. And every day he would tell the first jar, "Thank you." He would tell the second jar, "You fool," and be very adamant about it every day. And he ignored the third jar completely. The rice in the jar that was ignored rotted the fastest and the most completely. The one he was rude to and called "you fool" every day, it disintegrated a lot quicker than the one that who was nice to, the thank you one. But the most amazing thing was the one that was ignored, the one that was unseen. When you feel ignored, you feel unseen, you suffer. Is there someone in your life that you have ghosted? Someone you don't have time for? People feel better when they're seen. How are you using your attention? You know how some kids misbehave all the time? Well, negative attention feels a whole lot better than being ignored. So children get in this habit of, oh, nobody's paying attention to me. I'll just misbehave and then they'll pay attention to me. Now, this is not a reason I think that you should be kind to everyone and you should try to connect with people. And sometimes life gets in the way, but just like make a list. Who have you not contacted lately? Just send them a text saying, "I'm thinking of you." You don't have to spend a whole bunch of time, but just try to connect. Now, if a person is a dark entity and you've ghosted them, that's good. Or someone is mean and hurtful to you, then the lesson in this life is disconnect with them and not allow someone to walk over you all the time, to hurt you continuously. So ignoring for them is a survival mechanism. So when you ignore them, it helps you to be better in your life. Besides, dark entities don't care if you ignore them. That's not something that really affects them that much, except that they would like to control you and have you dance to their little rhythm. So ignoring dark entities, that's a great thing. All right. You know, you need to stop programming yourself. So stop with the heartbreak stuff. That doesn't mean you broke up with somebody and you feel bad. Of course, go through that. But don't say they're a pain in my neck. They make my blood boil. Don't say that kind of thing. So pay attention to what you're saying because you don't want to program yourself to have physical ailments. Pay attention to your thoughts and words. Stop the harmful loops. Somebody says you're unworthy. Someone says you're not good enough. Stop. Are you doing something or portraying yourself in a way that makes you really seem like you're unworthy or really seem like you're not good enough? Well, then change whatever needs to be changed. But if it's somebody's opinion of you or an opinion of your reactions or actions, stop, reflect. Is that your truth? If it's not your truth, let it go. Stop it, negate it, reframe it. If someone told you you're unworthy or dumb or incapable, stop and reevaluate those thoughts. Reframe so that you are grateful for the things that are good in your life. You're grateful for the positive things. That's why people have gratitude journals. They'll write 3 good things that happened they're thankful for. You're reframing your point of view to be more positive. And the checks Raheem had us do about negative thoughts, negative thoughts, negative thoughts, that's the stop and pay attention that you don't need to have all those negative thoughts. Create your own affirmations. I love the one, I forget what that guy's name was, but he had IALAC. I am lovable and capable. Say that to yourself. Say your own affirmation. I am worthy. I am smart. I am capable. Whatever it is you need to reframe, then have an affirmation and tell yourself that every day. I am worthy and I am worthy of abundance. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of wealth. And that thing, Rahim, the spirit guide, would tell us to say to yourself, I want perfect wealth. I want enough money to pay all my bills, to take care of myself, to have some fun, and also to give some to others. Say you want perfect health, that you want to be healthy for this entire lifetime. And if you wrote something in your chart to be ill or to experience, fine. Then do that and then get over it. If it's something that's continuous, a chronic disease, then you want to be able to be as healthy as possible and feel as great as possible while still experiencing whatever you wrote in that cannot be changed. But if it's something that can be changed, then you work towards that. So be kind to yourself. Only God is perfect. So you make a mishap, you make someone cry, you start telling yourself the dumb things like, I'm not worthy of this, then reframe it. God is an equal opportunity employer, and God allows you as many times as you need to figure out what to do. Spirit guides told us during trance classes that we only hold one emotion at a time. Okay, do you want to hold anger? Do you want to hold frustration? Or do you want to hold joy? Choose the emotion you want to have today. And then keep that as your belief. I am going to be joyful today. And look for the things that are joyful. When you frame your mind to look for joy, then you notice the beautiful flowers. It could be one daisy in a field of grass, and that's a joyful thing. But if you want to notice the negative things, you'll find them. So, which one do you want to focus on today, the positive or the negative? I'm going to put in the comments um, a link to the scientific study that I quoted from, and I'm going to put one of Emoto's books if you want to explore that. But the main thing I want you to get out of today is thoughts are things. Reframe what you're thinking. Make sure you're more in a positive mode, not a negative mode. And then everything is energy. I like to frame it, everything is love. If God created all of us, and he always comes from the point of view of love, you cannot do anything to make God not love you. He created you. You came to earth to experience, and that means coming up against the negative, but that does not mean God does not love you. That does not mean you are not worthy. You are worthy. God does love you. You can't do anything to make God stop loving you. You are a unique creation of God. He created you unlike any other being in the universe. So, you are a child of God. You are totally worthy. You are totally worthy of love. You are so worthy and so loved. So stop with all this negative stuff. So I suggest if you have not done before, take a little piece of paper and do the checks. Every time you think every time you think something negative, put a check mark. Every time you say something negative, put a check mark. And then start reframing your life to be more positive. You are worthy. You are loved by God, by angels, by spirit guides, by your ancestors. There are so many people loving you. You just have to open yourself up and accept it. So treat yourself kindly. Treat yourself like you want to treat others, like you want to be treated. Treat yourself with love. You are so worthy. So remember, you create a lot of the energy around you and within you. Make it be positive energy. Make it be loving words and loving thoughts. The next time you go look in the mirror, I want you to think good thoughts about yourself. You are a good person. You are worthy. So I love you. Thank you for joining me today. And check out the comments when I put them in there. And I will be glad to see you next week. Thank you. Bye. Okay. End.